Hello and welcome to another episode of Gem City Gridiron Roundup podcast. As always, I'm your host, Dalton Van Pelt, Macaulay Culkin, and with me, I have Zach Stewart, Zachary uh, Dimitriov Stewart.
How's it going, Dalton?
Swell,
Swell.
swell, yeah. I can't find my second headphone, so I might be asking you to repeat yourself every
Yeah,
now and again because I can
sounds
hear
good.
myself, which is really annoying.
Oh, that is really annoying. But yeah, it's August 19th. It's football season's right around the corner, man. Preseason action has been, you know, going for a couple weeks. I haven't really watched a whole lot of preseason, just a lot of stat watching, a couple highlights here and there. Just a lot of following the news and notes from around the league.
I have done box score scouting.
hmm
Um, that is it, which
Yeah,
has not really led to much information this
no,
year.
no, they're kind of a lot of teams are holding out players. It's kind of how it's been going for a little bit, and a lot of stars aren't playing the preseason. A lot of guys in contract holdouts and injuries, and
Yeah.
injuries haven't been as bad this
Speaking of which,
this
this guy,
yeah, holdout man. Jerry, pay the dude.
I don't
Yeah,
know. It's not like they don't have the cap room to pay him.
no, they're just it's getting kind of crazy. I mean, I'm sitting with the number one pick in the draft, which is a whole different situation for me, but you're sitting there and McCaffrey and Lamb are like the best two players, but you know, Lamb is holding out and CMC hasn't practiced in a couple of weeks.
He's got some sort of nagging
Yeah,
hamstring
he
injury, right?
calf. It's the same calf
Calf.
from last year.
Caphitis.
Yeah. So I'm sitting at the draft and so what if McCaffrey hasn't picked or practiced in a couple of weeks and Lamb hasn't showed up to camp. So it's gonna be interesting with a lot of these contract holdouts. I know a couple contract hold ins, like Jamar Chase wants a new deal, but he's
What the
still
hell's a hold in?
he's there. He's practicing every couple days.
Is
But
that
yeah,
so that you don't get fined for
yeah,
missing
I'm
practice?
here. I'm here so I don't get fined. Yeah. So yeah,
That is an interesting approach.
yeah. So you're still there. Whereas Lamb has only 1 year left on his contract, Chase has two. So I mean, there's like it's a different situation. It's kind of the same thing with Brandon Ayuk. There's a lot of, I mean, Brandon Ayuk is at camp. He's not participating as much. He's requested a trade.
A lot of
The
trade interest out there, from what I understand.
yeah, he kind of had a couple teams interested. The Steelers, the Patriots, and the Browns, and they've all offered him contracts, but he was not going to go for the Browns or the Patriots. And there's still rumors that the Steelers may go out and get him, but sorry,
Hmm.
as we get closer and closer to the season, I don't buy it. I think he's going to be back with San Francisco. I think San Francisco is going to sign him before the season starts.
It is
I,
he doesn't offer the same value in fantasy not in San Francisco, in my opinion.
yeah, I mean, and there's been multiple contracts this year for wide receivers. Justin Jefferson got his big payday. Amon-Ra got a big payday, and Ayuk's been really good, and he wants his payday. Um, so or he wants out of there. So I think he's going to be with San
Well, he said he
Francisco.
wanted out of there back in like the NFC Championship game. He's been saying, "Trade
Yeah.
me, trade me, trade me,
hmm
trade me." It's a weird situation. A lot of diva receivers back in the news, like it
Yeah.
was the mid 2000s.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of how it's always been, but man, they put up a lot of good numbers for our game we call fantasy football. So,
Yeah,
um, injuries that on the other hand haven't been as prevalent. Again, a lot of people
big
are
one, big one.
one big one. JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy. It's
Yeah.
not so much big for JJ McCarthy, in my opinion. It's more big for everyone around him.
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen the ghost of Sam Darnold. He's capable of doing okay. They did bring him in. I wasn't
Was it
expecting
Nick Mullen and
Nick
Sam
Mullins is
Darnold?
the backup. Yep. So I would have. I didn't think McCarthy was going to start anyway to start the year. They were talking, ease him in. So they're basically just kind of a wash this year. See if Sam Darnold can keep them around 500 and maybe make a push for the playoffs. Um, I don't know, but that's definitely the biggest injury. Again, I don't think he was going to play the whole year anyway. There's been a couple um folks that have been hurt recently. Um, sorry, I'm trying to get over a cold. Um, you'll feel that soon, Dolt, with your kid coming. Uh, yeah. But injuries wise, the biggest one that the three players that come to mind with injuries right now, um, Jordan Addison's nursing an ankle injury, should be fine for week 1 or week 2. There's
Doesn't he also have like a DUI thing going on?
yeah, but I don't think he's gonna get suspended this year, just like the way Rashee Rice isn't gonna get suspended this year because of the court systems. So they're gonna have to wait till the legal process plays out and go from
Oh,
there.
because Rashee Rice just had some issues too.
Oh yeah, he had the big like car crash thing in Texas, um, with multiple felonies but he's
Some
since
quarter.
yeah,
Go ahead. Sorry.
he's since like obviously he's owned up to his actions. He is just waiting the court system to do its thing. He's basically pleading guilty to these charges. I mean, you're gonna negotiate him down to not felonies, but I mean, he's not gonna get suspended probably till next year. Same with Addison. Addison's is a minimum a 3 game minimum because it's a DUI. It's in the CBA, so he'll get suspended either sometime this year, late in the season, or early next year. So as well as nursing an ankle injury. And then DeAndre Hopkins has a sprained knee that he suffered a couple of weeks ago. Looks like he's going to be on track for week 1, if not week 2. And then the biggest one that just happened yesterday, the first, I think, preseason game injury, Jaylen Warren, Pittsburgh Steelers running back, the 1-2 punch with Najee. He has pulled a hammy. Week 1's in doubt,
Yikes.
but doesn't mean he won't be there week 2. So it just depends. I mean, we're still 3 weeks out till kickoff Sunday, so 2.5 weeks. So a lot of time still, but those are the biggest ones. Nothing really crazy yet, at least on the offensive side of the ball.
What is Pittsburgh gonna do at quarterback?
Man, I really don't know. I could
Are
see
they gonna play
them.
them both?
I think they could play them both at certain points, kind of like the Taysom Hill role, just kind of direct snap, get some runs in. Um,
Especially if Warren's not gonna be available week 1. You know what I mean?
yeah, there's rumors that Fields is doing well in practice, but
He
if
was
you've
pretty
looked,
electric by the box score
yeah,
in week 2.
but I mean, shoot, they've played 8 quarters of preseason football and they've scored like 10 points. And, like it's not
Yeah.
pretty.
His
Um,
personal yardage was good.
yeah, it's just gonna be tough. I think Russ is gonna start and they're gonna give it, a month and kind of see what happens. Um, but I think it doesn't hurt to get a sneak peek at Justin Fields if you're the Steelers organization. Um, there's the dirty dark secret that they just want these 1 year quarterbacks just to get through 1 year because they're gonna go pay Dak Prescott.
Oh, for the Steelers?
Mm-hmm. I've heard that rumor a bunch.
Interesting. Um, here are the
Because Jerry
quarterbacks.
won't pay him either.
Well, he's on a huge cap number, so he needs to
Well, yeah.
restructure if he wants to stay as a Cowboy. So he can either take his 50 million and leave, or he can restructure. That's it. That's why they haven't signed Lamb yet because they're still working on Dak.
Well, they shouldn't have screwed Dak in the first place a couple years ago. Should have
Well,
signed
they
him a
didn't.
long time ago.
Oh, that yeah, I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah, the franchise
Okay,
stuff. Yeah,
yeah, the franchise tag and all
yeah,
the hubbub about his contract.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, they probably should have just signed both of them then. Although it was way too early on CD, they
Hmm.
could see this coming. This dude is electric. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Should have signed,
Um,
Dak 2 years ago, and then we would have the money for Lamb this year. But
yeah. Here are the quarterbacks still available to the Minnesota Vikings. Let's play a little game. You are way more knowledgeable at football than I am in these
okay,
days. Would you rather have Sam Darnold or AJ McCarron?
Sam Darnold,
Would you rather have Sam Darnold or Blaine Gabbert?
Sam Darnold,
Would you rather have Sam Darnold or Brian Hoyer?
Sam Darnold,
Would you rather have Sam Darnold or Ryan Tannehill?
Sam Darnold.
Looks like they're not signing any free agents.
No.
They're the only other free agent quarterbacks listed on Spotrac right now that I just found an article on: Matt Barkley, Trevor Simeon, Nathan Peterman, and Logan Woodside.
I think they just signed Logan Woodside. I think.
Who did?
I thought the Vikings signed
Oh, did it?
someone.
The,
Hmm.
the
They
other one
did.
that's listed is Ben DiNucci, but he just signed as well
Hmm.
with
The
I
Bills.
can't remember who. The Bills.
Mhm. Yeah,
Did you
because
know
Mitch Trubisky's out a
how
couple weeks. That's why.
did you know how cool that the sleeper app is?
It's amazing.
I actually did not even realize just how cool it was until the other night when I was sitting on my couch and I was like, huh, what are these other buttons?
Hmm.
And I was like, oh my gosh, there's news on here, there's scores, there's gambling that I'll never use.
Yeah, the sleeper app. And this is getting ahead of
Oh,
ourselves, but
just reminded me that I hadn't looked at the score from Tottenham Leicester.
yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, just so you know, I have done like 1.5 mock drafts this year, and I have a draft on the 25th, which I cannot have my cell phone for.
We might need a crash course after this, Dalton.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we could give that to everybody. If someone wants to listen to this, they
Yeah.
can just have this free information.
Yeah.
So it'll be
Uh,
Sackett and Matt, who doesn't play in our league anymore.
yeah. Come on, Matt. Come on. Come on, Matt. Yeah. Who is either way? The Vikings did just sign someone. I'll find it as we keep uh
All right.
going.
I mean, okay, moving on. So next on our sheet, you have rookie talk.
Yeah. So obviously the biggest thing that a lot of fantasy people talk about is the rookies and what are these rookies gonna do? They just signed Matt Corral. That's what it was. Uh, Former
I
third round
actually
pick.
really liked him coming out of college.
Yeah.
South Carolina, I think.
Uh, I do not know, but last year he played for the UFL's Birmingham Stallions. So go Stallions.
He
But
wanted to
yeah,
start. No, it says New England Patriots.
he was on the Patriots.
Ole Miss,
Ole Miss.
Matt Corral.
Um, yeah, obviously the big talk of rookies is that top tier wide receivers, Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze, Brian Thomas Jr., like those guys, they're all first round wide receivers in the NFL draft. So people are always expecting
Let's
big things out of those guys.
let's start at the top. So I've seen a lot of video from practice
Hmm.
on Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yep.
And when I say a lot, I mean like two or three. Uh, Not a lot in the stat page on the depth charts, or not the depth chart, the box scores.
Mm. I mean,
What do you think of that?
they're just all protecting these guys. Like they're just not getting these guys out there to get them hurt. Um,
On the, sorry, continue.
no, you're fine. Yeah, just they're
We're
just
out of
not getting them
rhythm.
out there. Yeah.
On a second thought, Malik Neighbors,
Hmm.
week 2 box score, dude was just fucking all over the field.
Ripping.
He was.
Um,
He was like 4 for 71 or something like that. I don't 100% remember, but
454, I think it was.
okay. And then Odunza had the one
Dunze.
ginormous play.
Yeah, Dunze.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen the play yet, but
yeah.
you got it?
The Dunze clip?
Yeah.
I'm sure I could find it.
What do you know about Brian Thomas?
Speedster, obviously played with Malik Neighbors at LSU. Big deep ball. Obviously, yeah, I mean, he's going to catch a lot of, I don't know if he's going to catch a ton of balls, but he's in an offense that he's probably taking the Calvin Ridley role, honestly, for Jacksonville last year. He's going to catch some of those
Okay.
50-50 balls. Um, I mean, and Jacksonville has the wide receivers to kind of ease him in too, so he could be a slow start. They have Christian Kirk, they have Evan Ingram, they did sign Gabe Davis. Um, so they do have offensive weapons there. So no need to get rushed in. But he is an X receiver, X or Z. Um, but with Gabe Davis, Gabe and Evan Ingram and Christian Kirk, um, he'll get mixed in there.
Christian
Not
Kirk, who's
Yeah,
still on a huge deal for the
yes.
time.
Christian Kirk did tweak a calf also. Something to monitor. That was like yesterday. But yeah, obviously rookie talk is the biggest one, especially those top rookie receivers. There's some running backs. Wasn't a great running back class. The top running back, he's gonna start the year on PUP or IR, so he'll be back sometime week 4 or 5.
Oh, Jonathan
Jonathan
Brooks.
Brooks. Yep.
There was, oh man, I cannot remember. I was reading. Oh well, Kimani Vidal had a nice day
Today.
for the Chargers.
Yeah, he's had a bad camp though. So
I did hear that. I did hear he's third on the depth chart, like solid third. But if you
I've
look at the
heard I've
box
heard
score
four, fourth.
yeah, but if you look at the box score from week two, preseason,
Hmm.
he actually had a really nice day.
Hmm. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be it's just moving the backfield to, all the way across the country. It's going to be Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins
Yeah,
just in
it's
the
going to
opposite
start as
offense.
Gus because, as we talked about last episode, funny enough, way back in March, we talked about this backfield
Hmm.
before the draft. We talked about this
Yeah,
backfield, or was it before or after the
it was
draft? I don't even
before.
remember. But J.K. Dobbins, they're going to ease back in off of injury. They've already like said that from the moment they signed both these dudes.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, there's some other rookie running backs that there's Trey Benson. He's in Arizona. I mean, it's not a great running back class. Um, but I'm sure there's going to be a rookie running back. We just never know which one it is. Um,
yeah, because we don't get
whereas
any hints anymore because the
no,
preseason is a joke.
yeah, it's tough. So
They're
I
filling
think
out spots 38 through 53 during the preseason. That is all it is anymore.
mhm. Yeah, it's tough. I think the first 3 to 4 weeks are going to be an absolute grind this year. I think it's going to be a slower start, like it was last year, because they're not playing as many preseason games. They might not, play. You know, Jamar Chase may not play 90% of the snaps. Maybe he plays 70% of the snaps week 1. Like, just so they're not like burning them into the ground early on. I don't know.
I hadn't thought of
Um,
that. That's an interesting concept.
because a lot of them don't have their game reps. Like,
I've never looked at like a week one game log and thought, oh, how much of the game did these dudes play? What was their snap count? I've actually never even thought about that as a
my
concept. That's interesting.
my favorite bet, and as we get to the bets that matter, this is one that I like to do first week, especially when I'm in Vegas. Um, I love betting first half unders, the first game of the year, because
Oh, just because
they're
the
going to be
script isn't
timid.
as good.
Yeah, they're going to be timid. They're not going to show their hand a lot. So I bet a lot of first half unders, especially if the weather's bad. Um, but first half unders, if you can find a good, three,
FHU.
yeah. So yeah, that's a little
All
tidbit
right.
if they make a little first half
I'm gonna
under for
use
the
that
game.
this year.
Yeah, especially the first week because no one knows what's going to happen. So
Let's see. I had a okay weekend of Premier League gambling. That was about it because it was the first weekend back to start the season. I will be honest with you, I've barely watched any baseball this year, which is a crying shame. But that is because of all of the soccer I've been watching, like a lot
yeah,
of it.
well, good for you. I I haven't watched nearly enough baseball. Yeah, we play it, but it's tough.
I love baseball. It's just there were two international tournaments all summer that I've been stuck on, and I recently picked up the MLS watching that
Mm.
because I'm a Real Salt Lake fan. My wife and I both are. So I've been watching a lot of that. So I really failed. Plus baseball, the Dodgers play at like 8 o'clock at night, and I'm already like about to go to sleep by the time they're on.
Yeah, definitely. Um,
Oh, let's talk about Calvin Ridley. I've heard
yeah.
really good things about him out of camp.
Yeah, so Calvin Ridley, obviously he's on a new team. He's with the Tennessee Titans. So and the Titans, like they're doing what they should do with a young quarterback. Second year quarterback, Will Levis. They're surrounding him with theoretical offensive weapons.
At least
So
the ones they could obtain.
exactly. So they've had DeAndre Hopkins. They bring in Calvin Ridley. They drafted Tajay Spears last year. They bring in Tony Pollard. They have Chiga Okonkwo. I mean, like they have a decent enough core around him to see if Levis is the guy. If Levis is not the guy, they will know by week 8. And if he's not the guy, they're going to move on, which, sorry, Tennessee Titan fans, you can have 8 weeks of Mason Rudolph. That's the Steelers' gift to you. Um, so I think Levis is gonna be fine. I think they're doing the right things. Um, but Calvin Ridley's done well in camp. Obviously without Hopkins, so that's making a difference too. But
Yeah, Hopkins is out like what, first month?
no, he got hurt about 3 weeks ago. So they said he got hurt like 3 weeks ago. So they said like 4 to 6 weeks. So that'd be right around the week 1 timetable. So if he's out week 1, should be ready week 2. Um, Sprained knee, no surgery, but could re-aggravate it. Obviously, he's 33 years old, so that's something to watch as well. Oh, I guess there was some other injuries too. Now that I'm thinking about it, Puka Nacua got a little banged up.
Oh
He
yeah.
should be
Yep.
fine. Jameer
Nobody's
Gibb,
scared of him.
no, Jameer Gibbs, same thing. Got a little tight
A little
hammy.
hammy. Yep.
So I mean, should be fine. They're both good
A
players.
lot of people have been
Yeah,
carted off the field, and then like 12 hours later, they're like, "Oh, it's no big deal."
yeah, and they're just
It's really
overcautious right
weird.
now. Yeah.
Every single time I look at Sleeper, it's like your player has been changed from healthy to
I know.
questionable.
By the
He
way,
was carted off the field. Check 10 hours later. It's nothing.
the Sleeper app, amazing, fantastic notifications, and we're gonna get to that about the league app. But let's hit some DraftKings under overs for team win totals. I'm gonna go back and listen to
Oh,
this in about
we're gonna do the whole league, huh?
the whole league. I'm not writing these down
This
now. I'm gonna go
this was a
back in about
lot of points scored
yep,
last year.
yep. So I'm gonna go back into this in about 3 months and listen to this again and get these. Obviously, if Dalton and I agree on under over, those just wash out.
Yeah.
We're not always gonna take the opposite because this isn't like weekly bets. So I have everything pulled up. All right, ready?
Hold
Kansas
on.
City. We'll go back and forth. I'll just read them off to you.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
All right. So the Kansas City Chiefs, 11 and a half wins. The under is minus 105. I mean, the under is minus 105. The over is minus 115.
Over.
You're going over 11 and a half.
Yeah.
I am also going to go over on that one.
12, 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Um,
Definitely over 11.
let's see here. San Francisco
What is it?
49er,
What is the odds? Minus 115 for over?
minus 115 for over.
That is like why is that line so low? They afraid of the wide receiver options?
Probably. There's no plus money on that one.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. Um, San Francisco 49ers, 11 and a half. The under is the favorite minus 125. Over,
Is sorry, go ahead.
over plus 105.
The line is also 11 and a half.
11 and a half also. Um,
We play 18 weeks now.
18 weeks now. I will
17
go.
games.
Yep, I will go over.
I also will go over. Is it fair to say they have a weak division?
Yeah, the weak division.
I think it's a weak division.
Yeah,
It might be
Arizona.
unders on the other three for me
Yeah.
and over on San Francisco, but we'll see.
Uh, this is a pretty. This one's yours. We have not differentiated yet. Pittsburgh Steelers, 8.5. The under is -145. The over is +120. Does Mike
Over.
Tomlin get
It's
it
Mike
done?
Tomlin.
It's Mike
It's
Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. It's over.
I will go under.
Okay. So give me 9 wins. Give me 8.75 wins.
8 wins.
That just means he didn't deserve one of them and he got it anyway.
All right. Um,
Man,
Baltimore.
I know you've been wanting your Steelers to go like five,
I want
five and
them to. I
12 for a
know.
long time.
I know. All right. This one's mine. 10.5 for the Baltimore Ravens. The over is -120. The under is +100. I'm gonna go over on the Ravens. Ten and
I
a
also
half.
want to go over. Do you have the line for Lamar Jackson MVP?
Not currently, not on this
Let me
page.
look it up.
Okay. You're going over also.
Yeah. We were super wrong. He's plus 1200 on the MVP. I'm going to place a bet on that right now.
Okay.
The dude lost 15 pounds in the offseason.
All right. So we both went over on the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
You're
NFL. Where's the
uh
NFL? Keep talking. I'm looking
10 and
for
a
the
half.
Lamar Jackson.
10.5 is the line for the Detroit Lions, -135 on the over, +110 on the under.
I want the under.
You want the under? Okay, I'll take the over on the Detroit Lions. I'll see if they can capture Lightning twice there. Ooh, this is a fun one.
They were so healthy last year, and I think that was the difference.
The Denver Broncos, 5.5 wins. The
Over.
over, you're going over, okay.
Yep.
-105, the under's -120. So they don't want to
Over.
give, yeah, you're going over.
Um,
I'll go under. I think they're bad.
Quarterback looked way too good. He's on my team, and I just had a brain fart and forgot his name.
Bo next.
Bo Nix looked so good the other day.
You said over. I'm gonna go under. That's fine.
It's 5.5
Five
or
and a half.
five.
Five and a
Yeah,
half.
over.
All
Clearly
right.
over.
This one is mine. It's a
Lamar
start.
Jackson is plus 1,800 on the MVP voting. I'm gonna
Um,
drop a quarter on that.
what?
Exactly a quarter.
Green Bay Packers 9.5 wins. I am gonna go the over on that
I
one.
also like the over on that one.
Yeah.
I like 10
Yeah.
exactly. 10 and
Uh,
7.
this one is split down the middle. -110 for the Jacksonville Jaguars on both under and over 8.5.
Over.
Yeah, we're really too similar. Over.
We lived together and watched football
I know.
together for a really long time.
This is an
I
interesting
can't bet
line.
against Trevor Lawrence.
All right, Buffalo Bills -145 on the over at 9.5, under +120.
8 wins is now 8 and 9, right? That's the new
Well,
math.
yeah. So if they go under, they're 9-8.
Wait, what? Oh, because it's nine and a
It's
half.
9.5.
I gotta go over. I can't do cousin Josh like that.
I know.
I don't think his team isn't as talented this year as it has been, but I don't think he's taking a step back.
I'm just for the pure speculation. I'll go under that one.
That one's interesting because their team is definitely not as talented as it has been.
Exactly, and that's why that's at 9.5. Washington Commanders 6.5 -130 for the over, 110 on the under.
6.5
6.5, yeah,
under.
under. I'll
That's the tight one for me.
Hmm.
I like Jaden Daniels a lot,
So do I. So
but
over.
I feel like it's like a first year rookie season. They're going to start him the whole season. They already announced that it's under for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over.
Okay.
Um, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 7.5 minus 150 on the over, plus 125 on the under. Um, give me over for 7.5.
Trying to
Get
think
the
about
get
who
the
else
8.
is in that division.
Saints, Carolina, and
I feel like Tampa and Atlanta are going to tie at the top of the division. So give me the over.
okay. Um, Philadelphia 10.5 over minus 130 under
Over.
over. Uh, Seattle 7.5 minus 150 on the over, plus 130 on the under.
Under.
I am gonna give them over. I think they'll win 8.
Cool. We differ. I think there's going to be too many issues at quarterback. I feel like Gino is going to fall off. I feel like there's going to be injuries. Give me the under.
Yeah, you know who they got as their backup quarterback?
Yeah, I do.
Who?
Drew Lock.
No,
They traded Drew Lock.
they did.
I
Sam
don't
freaking
actually know.
Howell, man.
Oh yeah, he actually hasn't looked that bad, but he's still turning the ball over. Um,
Um,
the passing yards leader a couple years ago, Sam
yeah.
Howell.
The New York Giants 6.5 minus 135 on the under, 1/5 plus 115 over
Over.
under the
I
Giants.
believe in Daniel Jones as much as I shouldn't.
Daniel
I feel like
Jones.
I feel like he gives it one more year.
All right. This one's like a slap in the face too. Um, 8.5 for the Los Angeles Rams, minus 160 for the over, plus 135 for the under.
Under.
I'm going over.
I am gonna say that the NFC West is one of the weaker divisions this year.
Well, yeah, I can still finish 9-8.
That's my narrative. I
Yeah,
got to stick by it.
yeah.
I said it earlier.
Chargers 8.5, minus 155 for the over, plus 130 on the under.
Their roster is so bad. Can Justin Herbert epitomize Philip Rivers? 8.5, you say?
8.5.
Under. They're gonna go 8 and 9.
Give me the over. 9-8. Harbaugh gets them going. Oof, the saddest line. How the mighty have fallen. The New England Patriots 4.5 wins. Minus
Oof.
135 for the over, 110 for the under.
I actually want the under. Uh, their first round pick does not even look like he's gonna be the starter.
Yeah, it's tough, man. That's a
Who is
tough
their
one.
who's been their starter? It's like some Mitchell guy or something.
It's Jacoby Brissett again.
What?
Yeah.
What? They have this dude, number 19 or whatever, who's a rookie, like seventh round
Drake
rookie.
May? Oh, Joe
No.
Milton?
Yeah, he's been
No.
their starter.
Yeah, for preseason because they're not playing. And
Like he looks really good,
well, he's
but they're
not
still
starting.
gonna be
He's not
bad.
starting over Drake May in preseason.
Fuck, he isn't.
Just because he has a better box score doesn't mean he's a starter.
There's Buzz. There's Buzz in camp.
No. You want to make
I
a
still
bet
want
on
the
that
under.
one?
Over under starts for Drake May.
No, no, Joe Milton.
Oh, over under Joe Milton starts. Where are you putting that line?
Uh, 1.5.
For starts?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the over.
You want him? You think he should start 2 games?
Yes.
Okay. I will. No, I will take the opposite of that. Put it on the board. That
Put it on the board.
that's a terrible bet by you.
No, give me Joe Milton.
Oh my God. Okay.
He's a fucking athlete, dog.
I will take the over on four
What?
and a half. I'll take the over on
Oh,
four and a
give me
half.
the under. Joe Milton.
Houston
They're gonna
Texan.
ride Joe Milton to 3-14. Um,
No way. Houston Texans, 9.5, over -140, under
Over.
120. Over as well.
They
Cleveland,
might be the best team in the AFC this year.
yeah. Cleveland Browns, 8.5. Over is 135, under is
Under.
115. Um, God, man.
I have no faith. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think it's
Might
under
just be
two.
their logo. It might be Deshaun Watson. I have no faith.
Uh, Carolina Panthers, 5.5. The under is
Under.
one. Yeah. Uh,
Poor
uh,
bastards.
under. Yeah. Sorry, bastards. Atlanta Falcons, nine and a
No, they're the
half.
Panthers, not the bastards.
The Falcons, 9.5. 135 for the
Um,
over, 115 for the under.
can I ask what the line was on Tampa?
7.5.
Tampa's was 7.5,
Yes.
and Atlanta's was nine
Nine
and
and
a
a
half.
half. Mm-hmm.
Under.
Over.
I said they were going to tie
Yeah.
at 8 and 9.
This one's a fun one. Indianapolis Colts, 8.5. Over -105, under -115.
Over. 10 wins.
I think they're over also.
Anthony Richardson is he's a dude. He's like fourth in the MVP voting, and their over under is that.
Yeah, you should have sold them for more in Dynasty. Um,
I'm okay with the price I got. I
yeah.
really am.
9.5 for the Miami Dolphins, -135 on the over, +115 on the under.
What is the line? Sorry.
9.5. I'm
Over.
going under.
Barely.
What'd you say?
Barely over. Barely
Uh,
over.
okay, I went under. I'm going 9-8. But it's tough with that. I mean, they just play with a tough division. That's the hard part. Minus the
Not really.
Patriots. Minus the Patriots. Bills and Jets
No.
should be better.
Look at the Bills roster. We just talked about it.
Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys, 9.5, -145 on the over, +120 on the under.
They have been dominant in preseason, which
I
is scary because I'm a Cowboys fan, and that scares me
know.
when they look good.
This is okay, so I'll let you pick this one first.
It's over.
It's
I have
over.
to.
Yeah, it's over. And what
Nine and a
makes
half? Are you kidding me?
which makes this even
They're an
crazier.
11-win team.
Which makes this even crazier. The New York Jets are 10.5.
What?
Plus 115 for the over, -145 for the under. The line
So
is
they
set
think the
at 10
Jets
and a
are
half.
winning.
The
They
division.
think the Jets are winning the division.
Yes.
I think the Dolphins are winning the division by a game.
That means you're going under.
I think I'm going over.
You're going over.
10.5.
10.5.
I think the
They do got
Miami
a good
Dolphins win
team.
it by a game, and the Jet. It's
So
not
you
just Aaron.
so you're
It's
saying
their
the
roster
Dolphins
is
are going to win
loaded.
12 games?
Uh, I almost think they both win. I don't know. I see the Dolphins as 11, but
11. So I mean they could still tie and win
I
the
see.
division.
I got to go over on the Jets.
I'm going to go
I don't know
under.
why.
I'm going to say they're going to be 10-8.
That's probably the right
Yeah, I'm going
decision.
under. Um, the Arizona Cardinals, 6.5, -150 for the over, +125 for the under.
I hate that line.
I know. I'm going over.
Okay, give me 6 wins exactly.
Okay. I'm going over. I'll go 7 wins.
Can I get 2 points if I get 6 wins on the dot?
No.
Okay.
Raiders,
You're an ass.
6.5. -130 on the over, 110.
Under.
I'm going under also. They're bad.
Gardner Minshew was just released as the starter.
I know.
My buddy Mark, he's a Raiders fan. He's overconfident. It's annoying.
Cincinnati Bengals, 10.5, -125 over, +100 on
Under.
the under. You're going under.
Don't know why.
I'm going over.
I don't know. There's a lot of dysfunction. That locker
Yep.
room is wild right now. I'm gonna say under.
Saints, 7.5, -120 for the over, under +100.
Is it still
Under.
Derek Carr?
Yeah, it's Derek Carr. Under.
Under.
Chicago Bears, 9.5. -150 for the under, plus
That's
120.
aggressive.
Yeah, I'm going under.
I also said under for the Lions and over for the Packers, I believe. So I'm saying under for. Wait, what is it? 9.5
9.5.
for Chicago? Under. That's a
Minnesota
7-win team.
uh, Minnesota Vikings, 6.5, -140 over, under, plus 120.
Where are you going and why?
I'm gonna go under because I have the Lions and Packers on top of that division, so I'm going under.
I have the
6 wins.
Packers winning the division because I believe in Jordan Love.
I think they're a
Um,
6 win team this year.
Chicago?
Minnesota
Oh, we're on Minnesota.
or
Sorry.
Minnesota. Minnesota 6.5. Chicago's 9.5.
I think Minnesota wins more than 6.5 games.
Okay. The Tennessee Titans 6.5. -135 for the under, plus 110 for the
Over.
over. Yeah, I'm going. Let's see, Colts.
They remind me a little bit of the Kerry Collins team, where they just came out of fucking nowhere.
See, I went over on the Colts. Over. I'm going under 6.5.
6.5? Yeah,
Yeah,
over for sure.
you're going under. Oh, you're going over. I'm going under. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. I will check these in about 3 months, and we'll.
Okay. Let's do division winners too, huh? That's ballsy.
Okay, so let me go up here. Um. I gotta try to find it in here.
Oh, the
Division
odds.
specials. Division. That's division wins.
All right, let me pull it up on my phone as well so I can follow along.
I just don't know where it's at.
Futures.
Futures. Division
Team
winners.
specials. No.
All right. All right.
Division
Ready?
specials?
Got him. I got it. Um, AFC North. Bengals are the odds-on favorite, plus 140. Ravens plus 145. Browns plus 600. Steelers plus 800.
Um,
Are we just going straight up winners?
yeah, if
Okay.
you get it correct, you get a point.
Okay.
I couldn't find it on my phone, so I'm just gonna follow along on ESPN. I want the Ravens.
I'll take the Bengals. Uh, NFC West, 49ers.
Yes.
Minus
So you don't have
195.
to worry about
Minus
that one.
195.
You don't have to worry about the 49ers then.
NFC East. The Eagles are minus 120. Dallas Cowboys plus 160. Commanders plus 900. Giants plus 2,000.
Cowboys.
Eagles.
Ooh, spicy.
NFC South. Falcons minus 145. Buccaneers plus 350. Saints plus 380. Panthers plus 1,100.
Buccaneers.
Falcons. Um, the AFC East. The Jets and Bills both at plus 180. And the Dolphins at plus 200, and the Patriots at plus,
Miami.
and the Patriots at, you're not gonna let me finish the Patriots? Plus
No.
2,500.
Miami.
You're going Miami?
Yes.
What did I say for the Jets? They were gonna go there.
You said the
That,
Jets were going to be finishing higher than the Dolphins.
yes.
I think you took the Bills over.
Give me the Jets. I'll just take the Jets. Why not? AFC West, Chiefs, minus 230.
Yeah.
Nothing
Did we
else.
talk about the Broncos? Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
like one of the first ones that I said over.
Lions plus 135, Packers plus 230, Bears plus 275, Vikings plus 950.
I want the Pack.
I think the Packers too. I think it's gonna be close, but I think we're probably both in this one too. But Houston plus 105, Jacksonville plus 275, Colts
Yeah.
plus 310. You're going Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Probably the
So
best team in the
we got
NFC,
about
AFC.
four.
Okay.
So, all right, let's
Moving
keep
on.
going here. Um, so a little Gym City League update. This is the 11th year of the Gym City Gridiron. Back in Laramie at the library for this year's draft. It will be at noon on Sunday, September 1st at the library bar upstairs. We will have all 12 members in attendance that will be there.
What? No, we won't.
Well, we have a surrogate drafter. Um,
Yeah.
Heath is out of the country in London, baby, and former league member from last year, Patrick Turn, is going to draft Heath's team.
Jabari's dad.
Jabari's dad, Bar's dad. Um, Heath will have provide a list to Patrick for him to draft off of. So Patrick will be up there for Heath drafting his team. So thank you to Patrick. Thank you to Heath for getting everything coordinated and being on top of it. That being said, we have a couple new members this year. We did have Patrick did drop full time, as well as Cole and as well as Lean. So we have a couple new league members. We have Gage Rathkamp, who is in Sheridan. He's in the baseball league. He's in our dynasty league. So he's all about football. He's ready to go. He's excited to come down. He's riding down with Blaster, Luke, and myself. So it should be a good time.
Zach and him came to amends after years of disgruntled relationship.
Um, So he's in the league. No stranger to fantasy, so he'll jump right in. And then we have Ethan
Sheridan
Regal.
Wild Rodeo days circa 2014.
And then we have Ethan Regal. This will be his first fantasy league. But
He is a Brinkman,
he is a Brinkman,
technically.
so he is related to Stuart. He's Stuart's brother-in-law. So he's excited to play. Stuart talked him into playing, and he's in. So that'll be fun. And then we have Dalton. You can introduce your the other league member.
Excuse me. My buddy that I have gone to Rockies games with at least once a year for the last like 4 years, Justin Edward Fuller. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. Also a drunk. He'll admit this to you. Uh, yeah. He's also in like his late 40s, so he's going to struggle with the technology. But I'm going to assist him.
Perfect. Well, welcome to the new guys. We will try to get everyone on the page. Again, with the Sleeper app, it has great notifications. So once you get in there and when we post on there, it's gonna be great. You're gonna be able to stay up to date on everything in the app. Other stuff for draft day, league payment. It is $100 again. I have sent out
My
Venmos.
secretary has already paid.
Yes,
So.
you are all saddled up.
Hey, did you
So
pay out everything from last year's league
I think so. Why?
winnings? I don't know. I don't remember. I
Yeah,
probably already spent it, but I don't even remember.
yeah. I mailed you a check.
Okay. I already spent it.
Yeah.
You got any more?
No. I did have a carryover of $100 for myself. That's just rolling over to this year. Garrett had $50 in winnings. He's rolling that over, so he only owes $50 this year.
I took the
Um,
winnings
you took the
straight
win.
up. Yeah. That's why I don't remember because I already spent it.
So, and then I have sent out Venmos for anyone that's staying in the Airbnb as well. So, if you are going to pay cash at the draft as well, totally fine. We'll just settle up there.
Ruby might be drafting my team this year and staying where I am supposed to be staying because she paid for it. So
Maybe.
it's marriage.
Um,
That's marriage.
And then the other thing is, I wish I had the draft order pulled up in front of me. Sorry, I do not have that.
This is
We don't need
1
to,
through 12.
yeah. So I don't want to guess on where everyone's at. So,
That's fine.
um,
Just check the comments.
yep. So, um, divisions, I know this was something that we had talked about. I'm still in favor of just the
Yeah.
one division.
I pitched a 3 division
Mhm.
for this year.
Yep. Um,
It's something we can vote on at the draft for sure.
yeah. So we can talk about that. There's It's just depends on who you play multiple times. So that's one thing. And then any league discussion, some stuff has been brought up about if we lock the
Double
free agent,
waivers.
the double waivers, and then how we solidify the draft order, which we've already got that figured out for years to
Oh
come.
yeah.
Yep. Um,
You you want to explain it, or is it just semantics and it's just not
it's
worth
semantics,
explaining?
and we'll just take care of it.
Okay.
Um,
No
and
transparency, understood.
no, we'll talk about it at the draft. That'll just
All
make it
right.
easier.
Yeah, that's a better idea.
Just so then we can all be in person. Not everyone's going to listen to this, but um, yeah. And then again, we've talked about the league app on Sleeper Fantasy. It's definitely by far the best app that I've played on for all the free sites, and notifications are great. Um, there's a lot of stuff you can do. There's even um like AI assistant. Like if you have someone that's questionable, you can set it so if he's ruled out, it can auto sub the other person in if you're not available. Um,
We will never use the full capabilities in our regular Gem City League. We will in our Dynasty League. That is so great for a Dynasty League.
yeah. But for our stuff, it's great too. I mean, I think the notifications are better. Um, so
Oh yeah.
make sure when you download it, you turn on the notifications. They occasionally they may get a little overwhelming, especially during the season, but they they're great. They're helpful. If anyone has any questions about the app, I've played on it for a couple years. So if you have any questions while we're there, hit me up, hit Dalton up, um, and we can show you all the stuff that Sleeper has to offer. I think it works really well on mobile and on desktop. So, whatever you
If I could remember
choose,
my login, I could use it on desktop, but
you know your password's saved on your phone, so you should be able to do it.
I don't know.
Um,
Maybe I'm the one who needs help with technology. I don't know.
but as we wrap up real fast, um, there is a Gym City golf outing coming up, and we crossing our fingers. Um,
There is an option if the plan A does not work. We have used this option before, but go ahead.
But yeah, we will. There are 9 of us that are going to play golf. The only ones not available to play golf would be Heath, Justin,
Edward
and
Fuller.
Justin Ever Fuller, and Ethan. So everyone else, there are 9 other guys available to play golf. I cannot set a tee time yet. I can't book it more than a week out, but I'm going to try to book it between 2 and 3-ish. We'll have 3 groups of 3. Still don't know who is all golfing with what group, but we'll kind of mix and match and have a good time. Um, I know not everyone plays golf a lot. We'll just play a scramble. So everyone hits a ball. We'll
Yeah.
just take the best ball. We'll just keep it moving. We don't need to, everyone has to play their own ball. We'll go out there, have a good time. Afterwards, go get dinner, have some
Board
drinks,
games.
and hang out.
Um,
Since there's no pokes game this
Blaster
year,
loves Japanese whiskey. So
since there's no pokes game this year in Laramie, the golf outing is taking over that the time that we all get to hang out together. And then yeah, we'll watch the pokes that night. They play at 8 o'clock against Arizona State.
Arizona State.
So
Yep.
we will surely have a good time. The goal is to get down there by noon, have lunch, and play some golf, check into the Airbnb. Same Airbnb as the last couple years, which would be great. Um, but yeah,
An
glad
awesome
every
location, that
yeah.
spot. I wonder if we're gonna see the witch lady again.
Oh yeah, the witch lady. If Luke will have to tell you about the witch lady. You haven't been there the past couple of years, so
I
um
think witch lady might make it onto the Google Doc.
yeah,
If I find some there was one other story I needed to put on there, and I was it the you and Lean's rivalry that I needed to put on there?
I don't know, man. He's a terrible player, so that's fine. I don't think he ever beat me, so it's all good.
You know who's never beat me in baseball? I just found out yesterday.
Me?
Zach Weller.
Hmm.
I'm 8-0 against Zach Weller in baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully I can go for
I beat him by
my
2 points this year.
maybe I can win my 4th baseball title in 5 years.
All right, motherfucker. Hold on.
If you can't figure out, I'm playing Dalton to go to the championship game.
You
And
are
my
winning
my team is
currently
doo doo,
by 15 points.
which means Brandon Wu's doing nothing.
He has 17 points.
Attaboy Wu.
He
Attaboy Wu.
has uh almost as many as my three starters
All
combined.
right. No one wants to hear this baseball talk. Everyone wants to get ready for the Gym City Gridiron. I just fucked that up. Everyone's ready for the Gym City Gridiron Fantasy Football League 11th year. Stoked, dude.
This has been an episode